our beloved GrampaCasey, Grandma passed this week. Best mother-in-law ever. Sweetest, silliest person you ever meet. Most gentle. And generous heart of all time. A moment of silence? I don't think so. Grandma was an actress. She was the biggest ham bone, scenery chewer you're ever going to meet. So tonight we're going to give her a Lifetime Achievement Award. Simply and modestly, she was the best a human can be. Of all the souls you'll ever meet, no one lived a life of example in life better than her. So I think the best tribute we can possibly give her is one last applause, one last ovation. So please join with me and applaud our Maddie. And this is her twin, Casey Kathleen, the crazy lady of Orinda. And if they're ever going to make a TV series for these two, they call it Mad Women. So Grandma, Tony, Peter, badly missed family and friends are all here tonight and want to celebrate. So thank you all for coming on this most wonderful and happiest of evenings as we celebrate the marriage of Casey and Ibs. Love. Now, as a refresher for those of you who were at Maren and Ryan's wedding, and as a learning course for those of you who weren't, this is my second to last chance to offer a little parental advice regarding marriage and romance. So, to summarize what we talked about last time, love flourishes where there are random acts of romance. Love prospers where there's complete and utter lack of criticism and grudges. And love blossoms where both parties agree to be mutually and individually, forever, breathtakingly interesting for each other. Grow yourselves, be Oscar-worthy, exaggerate, lie, I don't care. Be interesting. Both parties, in addition, agree that if they fail to obey these laws, they will descend into spiritual and bedroom oblivion. Oblivion. So to continue, and please forgive my allegorical style, an Irishman named Ryan was sitting in a sleazy Dublin bar staring into a large glass of whiskey when over walks this big, ugly, skinhead biker guy who reaches over, grabs Ryan's drink, throws it back and says, "What you gonna do about it?" Well, Ryan bursts into tears. The biker's disgusted and says, "Oh, dude, man up." And Ryan says, "Sir, this is the worst day of my life. I'm a complete and utter failure. I was late to a meeting this morning and my boss fired me. I went down to my car, but it had been stolen with my wallet in it. I had to walk home, and I found my wife with another man. So I came to this bar to work up the courage to end it all. I had just poured cyanide in my drink when you came along and drank it. But enough about me, sir. How was your day? The moral of this is, men are stupid. I'll elaborate later. All that is, except for Ibs. Ibs gets it. First, he invents the surprise date of the week concept. 2, he's thoughtful, wisely acquiescent when required. 3, he's interesting. 4, he has style. 5, he has a nice, upwardly mobile job. Ibs is an athlete. He loves to talk and watch sports. He comes from a great family, and he's a genius. He convinced the classiest and most beautiful woman he'd ever met to be the love of his life. Companion for life. The way he asked Casey to marry him using a scavenger hunt is all world. Plus he's a great dancer. He's the beard, he's Chewbacca, he's excellent. Forget all that. He's all universe. Please, give it up for him. So 2 Irish women. Maren and Elisa are the best violin players in all of Ireland, and they're asked to perform a funeral service for a homeless man at the Pauper Cemetery. Well, they got lost, they arrived really late, and when they got there, the priest was gone, the hearse was gone. There were just some workmen eating their lunch by the side of the grave. So they went up to him, and they were very sorry. They apologized, they looked in the hole, their lids on. They don't know what to do. So they pull out their violins and they start to play. And how they play. The workmen gathered round, they put down their lunches, they played Amazing Grace like it's never been played before. The workmen started to cry. Elisa cried, Maren cried, the angels cried. They cried for the soul of this poor homeless man with no family and no friends. And when they were done, they put away their violins and they're walking back to the car when they heard one of the workmen say, "I never seen nothing like it, and I've been putting in septic tanks for 20 years. Septic tanks. And the moral is, women are stupid and crazy. Except it's because of men. We make them crazy. Now I know a lot of you men are saying, Harris, Richard, Ron, my woman don't need no help to be crazy. No, you didn't help her, and that's why she's nuts. Guys, what are you saying to your love when watching a football game is more important than listening to her? Or when you leave crap around the house and shaving cream and toothpaste on the mirror, you're saying she's your maid. If you want that goddess back that you thought you were signing up for, you have to stop what you're doing. You have to listen to every word she's saying and ask her to tell you more. It's as simple as this. If you want to be happy, if you want to avoid oblivion, you have to be her knight in shining armor again. You have to act like you want her to put you on a high pedestal and worship you. Look at Casey and Ibs. Whereas before, Casey was downright whack. Now because of Ibs, she's a poster girl of mental health. Casey Kathleen. Mommy and I always wondered if you were some kind of reincarnation of your namesake, my grandma dear, Kathleen, who by all standards was perfect, because we thought you were perfect. The most light, wearing outrageously multicolored clothes, walking around belly laughing to something, who knows what. Our whole family notices that you regularly and joyfully travel long distances to visit your grandparents because you appreciate their company. How true a friend you are. How conscientious and pure in your ideals and your integrity you are. How generous you are of your caring spirit. And honey, I know Mommy and Grandma would agree, you're a genius for accepting Ib's demonstration of his long-felt love and making him your Prince Charming. Casey, life can be very, very bitter, but it's mostly sweet. Look at Ib's eyes, and your grandma's eyes, and all these people. They've all suffered heartaches and hardships. No matter what bad things happen, make them sweet. Turn them into sugar. Focus on sweetness in life and love in all you do, like all the wise people of our family do. I'd like to take this moment to do a shout out for sugar. I'm a dentist. Sugar's been very good to my family. Sugar cake is sweating. Casey lives. I don't believe the great marriages of this life come from position or possessions. They come from giving lightness, sharing laughter, and living generosity and forgiveness. Work on your weaknesses, but ignore each other's weaknesses. Be tenacious in your purpose and your vision, to be worthy of each other, and breathtakingly kind and inspirational to each other. This is your secret treasure. Each night for the rest of your lives, when you kiss goodnight, count your blessings. Smile and affirm this foundation of your love. You got married for a lifetime of laughter, romantic surprises, and the sweetest sugar. So that ovation you gave Grandma and Ibs earlier was very nice. But I'm going to tell the staff to put all the food away unless you go a lot further and a lot better. Wait for it. 20 seconds. It is our life's honor to offer a toast of love, health, long life, and happiness to our Casey and our Ibrahim. Raga, everybody!
To spontaneously start crying or laughing at the most inappropriate. So instead of spending hours up here, because this is not the Marin Show, talking about Casey and millions of stories, I'm going to tell one. It was Christmas time of 1988 or 89, and Orchard Road was dark. And as Mom cautiously drove because of the rain. Out of nowhere, a deer jetted into the middle of the road and hit our moving car. Our reactions were very much like our personalities. I, the overdramatic and borderline histrionic child, became hysterical and thought, how could this happen? My life is ruined. Ryan, the knew just what to say at the wrong time child, started rhythmically chanting, "Mommy killed Rudolph! Mommy killed Rudolph!" And Casey, the wise and gentle child, simply put her hand on our shocked mother's shoulders and said, "It's okay, Mommy. Don't worry. We're okay, and the deer is fine." And sure enough, the deer, who was not Rudolph, got up and ran into the bushes. So now on to Ibs. When I first met Ibbity Bibbs, a name I started calling him, I have no idea why, but he is Ibbity Bibbs to me. I was visiting Casey the night before Chico graduation. Little did I know what I was in for. You Chico people, I think you're all in the back over there for a good reason. You guys can party. So after a really fun night, Ibs, being the amazing and very responsible guy that we all know he is, made sure everyone was well rested, fed, and that they made it to 5th Street and graduation the next morning. I knew at that moment that, like my sister, Ibs takes care of people. So when Casey told me that Ibs professed his undying love to her, I remember thinking, she has to date him. My dad and I would actually talk for hours on the phone like 13-year-old schoolgirls, saying, we hope she dates him, we hope she does. And sure enough, when they started dating, a light went on in Casey that I hadn't seen in a long time. She was so unwaveringly happy. Ibs, after Mom's death, Casey was so sad, and you truly brought her back to life. And I speak for the entire family when I say how much we love you. You've become a brother, a son, and a nephew. We cannot imagine our lives without you. Nabil and Barbara, thank you so much for Ibs. He makes my baby sister so happy. See, I told you, pregnancy hormones are crazy. So before I have everyone toast this amazing couple, my sisterly advice regarding marriage, because I'm the expert, I've been married a whole year, is to put your love first. Begin each day and end each day with an I love you. Know that marriage requires patience. And someday, when you have children, remember that the greatest gift you can ever give them is showing them how much you love each other. Please raise your glasses to Casey and Ibbity Bibbs and a lifetime of happiness.
My story begins with, for me, 20 years ago, meeting my baby brother in Saudi Arabia. He was so small and cute with his big smiles and curly hair. Ibrahim had a unique childhood growing up halfway around the world in Saudi Arabia and Morocco. I missed you those years. He came back to Orinda Middle School somewhat of an outsider, and even though Casey was with the popular crowd, she saw the same cute boy with big smiles and curly hair that I knew and befriended him. Their friendship grew over the years as their paths crossed in high school and college, never judging one another and always supporting each other. Little did they know that their one true love was so close the whole time. Casey, Julie and I noticed your warmth and humor the first day we met, and we couldn't be happier to have you as our new sister. Ibrahim, I'm so proud and lucky to have you, have a brother like you. We love you both and wish you the very best on this new journey. Here's to Ibrahim and Casey.
Alright guys, I give you permission to eat while I speak. Promise. Chow down. You'll pick up, later on. So where do I start? I received a phone call one night from Ibs. I'm going to do this all off the cuff. I was going to write it out, and, Ibs and Casey don't deserve, you guys did an excellent job, I'm sorry. But they deserve kind of spontaneous, speech, because that's how they are. These are some of the two most spontaneous people I've ever met, and they are amazing together. So first and foremost, let me say, I got a phone call from Ibs, and he's like, hey, you got a chance to talk? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, man, I think I'm in love. I'm like, you think you're in love? You're not even in a relationship. It's like, listen, he's like, Casey? I'm like, yeah, I know Casey, like, you're your best friend, yeah, okay. I'm in love with her, like, I have to tell her. You're not gonna date first? You're just gonna tell her you love her? It's like, it's past that. I can't, there's no going back here. I'm in love. It feels the same because I'm in the water deep here. So anyway, Ibs went to the engagement, probably one of the most creative engagements I've ever seen. And this was a very tactical, thought out engagement. So many steps and processes and people included. And it's a testament also to who Ibrahim is. He involved everybody who touches both their lives. It wasn't just, our side of the family or friends. He made sure to reach out to Casey's family, and it was just an amazing, amazing experience. So anyway, we heard this, and they got engaged. So Jessica and I decided that we really needed to figure out how deep their love is. So we dropped everything, we moved in with our 3 kids. And we have the Sacred Heart and Gymnastics mix, which I think they love more than we do, I'm sorry. They just, love flows in that house. So when we moved in, it was kind of a case study, a Jane Goodall, if you will. Treating galore. So anyway, I can't say enough about these two. They're incredible, incredible people, and they deserve just everything that has come to them. They're loving, caring. I don't know. I can't think of all the adjectives and adjectives in the world to think of these two. They're incredible people. And also, so I just want to speak to Ibs for a second. Casey, I love you, and you've just really become kind of a sister to me. And I'm gonna get a little hung up on this one, but Ibs didn't have to be so accepting of me in my life. We're not really blood related, and since day one when I met Ibs, he's just always kind of been a brother for me. We played soccer together in Orinda, and sorry. So Ibs just really reached out to me and treated me like his own, as his brother, and just never treated me different, and treated me like I was his closest family member. And I love you for that. There's not very many people in this world that I feel closer to than Ibrahim. And I'm so happy that you guys are together. You make a perfect couple, and I love you two very, very much.
Ibs and Casey have a lot of people that love them. You want me to show you real quick? Chico Crew and Friends Extended, where are you? Put your glasses on. That's a lot of people. That's like a quarter of them. So, on behalf, I hope I can speak on behalf of them, on behalf of the Chico family and extended friends. We love you. I'm very, very happy for you. You'll be a great marriage. So, put your glass up, everybody. Cheers. To Casey and Ibs. Tell them.